I don't really do much besides play League of Legends. I used to play a lot of table tennis. I'm pretty good at that. But other than that, I don't think I have any real talents outside of gaming. Yeah.
Okay, thank you. Next question comes from Danny, upcomer as well. What champion is the best in the mid lane for this meta?
Best champion in mid lane for this meta. Hmm. Probably a Kali, at least for pro play. I'd say a Kali, but outside of pro play, I wouldn't really say there's like a champion that's like by far better than others. Usually mid lane is just a lot about situational. You see the champions and then you kind of judge what you think is best into that. But for pro play, I'd say Akali.
Okay, next question comes from Mustafa, esports.gg. If you could if you could one trick a champion in your role and never play anything else, which champion would it be and why?
Ooh, um, hmm, probably Zed. I think Zed is the one that has like the most mechanical outplay potential, and there's so many different ways you can play a fight. Whereas like I feel like with other champs like Akali and stuff, it's like very um I guess predictable what they do in a sense. But I think with someone like Zed, like you can always do different things, and I think that's what like keeps the champion interesting, at least when it's strong and in the meta.
Okay, and then for the last pre-submitted question comes from Andre Gonzalez, GG Reckon. There are around 5 import mid laners in the LCS, and you're by far the most experienced one in the region. You also can give a different perspective that other mid laners cannot due to how long you've played in the region. Can you talk about how North America has treated you strictly in a League of Legends sense? Things like solo queue, their environment, etc. come to mind.
How NA has treated me, I'm not sure I fully understand the question. Just like how I, view solo queue, pro play, etc. Like the region as a whole.
I can... Andre, would you like to explain since you're in here?
Sure. It's just basically it's less how NA has treated you, but more like has the experience been.
Okay. Um, I mean, growing up, I used to play, strictly in EU and all that kind of things, and then yeah, I've been here for like 6 years in North America now, and I mean it feels like a lot more chill in a sense. Like like when you mess up in solo queue and stuff, like people usually don't really type to you, so even if you're having a bad game, like it kind of feels like no one really like cares too much. Whereas like when I grew up playing EU solo queue, it's like if you like fuck up, like people will let you know you fuck up basically. So I think people can get complacent here. So it's you kind of like have to, I guess, be aware of how you're playing yourself a lot and just focus on yourself. In a way, if that makes sense. But I don't know. I never really played pro in EU, so I don't really like know too well how to compare it. But I mean, I enjoy my life here in America, and yeah, playing pros has been a pleasure.
All right, thank you.
Yeah, thank you. So we'll open it up to any live questions. Please raise your hand. Okay, Joseph, you can go first.
Uh, you and Jizuke played Ryze today. What is leading the return of this champion in the mid lane?
I think right now most meta picks in mid lane are either AD champions or melee assassins, but Ryze generally does well against those type of champions, and mages are not too strong right now, which was kind of a tough task for Ryze to deal with. And yeah, he's good at scaling. So if you need like a scaling pick and a split pushing threat or someone that can match these like annoying champions in the side lane, Ryze usually does that job pretty well. So I mean, I think he also got buffed recently, so I think he's a decent pick in the meta right now with how the meta is.
Okay, anybody else? Okay, Tim, you can go.
Hey, I'm not sure how much you pay attention to the play in Academy, but whether it's from watching them there or maybe if you scrim against them or just meet them in solo queue, are there any mid laners in Academy who've kind of caught your eye and maybe given you a tough time in solo queue or things like that?
I don't really pay too much attention to Academy. I try to watch our Academy team play when they do, but if I had to name one, it would probably be Jojo. He seems to have the most potential of the Academy mid laners.
Okay, thanks.
Okay, any last questions? Got about 2 minutes. All right, it looks like that's it. Thank you, Jensen.
Thank you.